cursed Labubu doll. Why collectors are afraid to sleep. Would you pay thousands for a toy if the price was your life? In Hong Kong, a man did. Hours later, neighbors heard him screaming. When police broke in, he was dead. His body covered in hundreds of tiny bite marks. And the only thing in the room was the Labubu doll he bragged about online. This is not just a toy. It's a global obsession, and maybe a curse. Labubu didn't start as a toy. It started as a sketch. A twisted little creature with wild hair, sharp ears, and teeth too big for its mouth. Designed by Hong Kong artist Ka-Sing Leung, the doll was picked up by Pop Mart in 2018. At first, people thought it was just another collectible, but the design was different. Labubu wasn't cute, it wasn't friendly, it looked hungry. Collectors lined up outside Pop Mart stores before sunrise, desperate to grab one. Within minutes, shelves were empty. On auction sites, Labubu resold for 10 times the price. But the hype wasn't just about plastic. People said they felt something when they touched it. Cold, heavy, wrong. Some even said the eyes followed them around the room. And then came the stories of dolls that moved, of scratches on walls, of teeth marks on skin. One of the first deaths linked to Labubu happened in Hong Kong. A collector posted online that he had acquired the rarest Labubu of all, the Golden Fur Edition. He bragged that it was worth thousands. Hours later, neighbors heard banging and then screams. When police entered, the man was on the floor, dead. The cause? Dozens of tiny punctures all over his body. Not like knife wounds, too small, too many. And the doll, sitting on his chest, grinning. Forensics couldn't explain it. The bite marks weren't human, they weren't animal. But when photos leaked, collectors noticed something terrifying. The golden Labubu in the picture wasn't smiling like normal. Its mouth was open wider, showing more teeth. If you're still watching, you're braver than most. But let me ask you this. Would you keep a doll like that in your home? Comment below. Keep it or burn it. I'll be reading your answers. After the death, you'd think people would stop buying Labubu. But the opposite happened. Demand exploded. People in China, Japan, Korea, even the US, camped outside stores. Pop Mart opened lotteries just to control the madness. Collectors hoarded them in glass cases. Some refused to touch them without gloves. Others locked them away in boxes. But no matter where they put them, they said the dolls moved. One woman swore her Labubu appeared in her bathroom mirror. Another man claimed he woke up with scratches across his legs, the same shape as Labubu's teeth. And in online forums, a chilling pattern emerged. Every time a new rare edition dropped, someone died within days of buying it. You're watching Whispers of the Unknown, where true stories are darker than anything you've ever imagined. If you're new here, hit subscribe, because tonight, you'll never look at a doll the same way again. Coincidence or curse? One story came from Beijing. A construction crew was renovating a luxury apartment. Behind a wall, they found a locked box. Inside, a single Labubu doll. When the workers tried to move it, the lights cut out. One man screamed that something bit him. When power returned, his leg was bleeding. Dozens of tiny puncture wounds. He quit the job that day. And here's the part no one explains. Pop Mart only started producing Labubu in 2018. But this doll was dated 2 years earlier. How? If this story has you hooked, stay with me. Because what I'm about to tell you is darker than anything before. And if you're not subscribed yet, do it now, because we dive into the cases like this every other day. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's next. So why don't collectors stop? Why risk it? Some say Labubu is cursed because of its design. Kasing Lung once admitted he created it based on a monster from his nightmares. Others believe each rare edition requires a sacrifice, a life for a doll. And yet, collectors don't care. Because the rarer the doll, the higher the price. One golden Labubu resold for over $8,000. Another special edition reached $12,000 at auction. Would you burn something worth that much? Or keep it, even if it stared at you at night? Collectors admit they don't sleep well anymore. They keep Labubu locked up. But in the morning, the case is open. The doll is never where they left it. So here's the truth. Maybe Labubu is just plastic. Maybe the deaths were coincidence. Or maybe people around the world are willingly inviting something darker into their homes. Either way, the question remains, would you risk it? Would you keep it on your shelf or throw it into the fire? If you've made it this far, you're one of us now. Hit the like button so other horror fans find this story. Subscribe for more real nightmares every other night. And tell me in the comments, would you dare sleep in the same room as Labubu?
Because some people already have, and they never woke up.